Going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike and Brock.
I'm Mike.
I'm Brock, and tonight we're discussing Archon of Centaurus and Crossfire.
Now, I am gonna put this out there. I'm currently watching Game 7. So if I get distracted the odd time, it's because I'm watching Game 7. The
If
Oilers
the,
are my favorite Canadian team, so I do follow them, have since about 84.
nice. So if this is a short episode, you know why. This Crossfire fellow didn't have a very long career, though.
Okay, we're done talking about Crossfire. He died. There we go. No.
He only had one active year, right? Two.
Yep.
No, he two active years.
Two. I think he was an interesting character because Tom knew he was bringing him in to get rid of him.
Yeah. He ended up coming back an alternate reality version of him, which I thought was kind of cool. In the GWF Legends 2125, I think was the number of that set. But yeah, I guess we should just get into it. Or do you want? Or should we? Well, we're never going to review this card again or this character again. So Crossfire's claim to fame was he was tragically killed by Blazing Skull in official canon.
Yeah. Now, I didn't have him die. I had him critically wounded, like
Okay.
critically hurt. But I'm like, if the wrestler kills another guy in the ring because his head explodes, that's going to cause more issues than not. So I'm just like,
Might not want to book that guy later. He's killing
yeah,
people.
yeah. So I just had it as an injury, like
Okay.
a bad injury.
It makes sense. I mean, it was
Yeah.
dramatic at the time.
Oh, it was.
I think it was the first time a character had been killed off in any shape or form, and then to have it done in the ring.
Yeah, because Massacre's death came afterwards, didn't it? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
And they were an interesting tag team.
Hmm.
They didn't do anything for me because I don't think they had enough time to get their, you know,
Yeah,
get
I mean, it only had 1 year. Decent tag card on Crossfire here, since we're talking about him currently. A lot of tags, three tags on level one and level two offense, and two on level three, which is kind of rare.
Yeah, he had 8 tags, which is nuts. He's like Genghis Khan type tag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's a tag specialist for sure. He's got a tag finisher called Crossfire,
So
which
plus two.
hmm
Yeah,
he's got that dreaded number two or level two move on number one on level three.
yeah,
And he's got a C in turnbuckle and ring.
yeah. He wasn't the greatest. He was definitely the weak point of the team.
Hmm. He's gonna get killed on the charts, no pun intended.
Those charts would be the death of him.
Yes, especially the newer charts, because the newer charts have a lot more of the better rating reversals and stuff like that on them.
Yeah. Move forward. Yeah, I'm still kind of in the dark, but I'm upstairs in my living room.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Canadian guy watching Game 7 of Stanley Cup, you kind of have to. I just
Yes,
saw the
sir.
Celtics win the championship last week, so hey, can I go 2 for 2?
There you go. It can happen. I hope it does happen for you. So yeah, Crossfire. Unfortunately, he's in my dark days where, didn't really do much with these guys because I was, feverishly trying to catch up
So
30 years
technically,
ago.
so technically, he didn't even get to die for you.
No, he didn't even get to. I think I probably just figured, he's dead. Never got a good run out of him.
I wonder if anybody did.
I don't know because I mean his tag. I mean Archon's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get myself back in focus here. Here we go. Archon's a very solid card, especially as level three offense. three finishers. But
Like I think they might have been able to capture a second tier tag title for people.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, Crossfire's not going to do anything on his own.
No.
Um, I mean, he's got all those tags, but that's not going to do him any good in a singles match.
But see, he's got all those tags, but Archon doesn't have a good level two offense.
He doesn't. Crossfire has the better level two for sure.
So it became odd because, yeah, this guy gets beat up easy,
Yeah.
tags out. It was a tag team that didn't have good synergy.
Uh-huh. And then they kind of nerfed him too by putting the singles only tag on his bow and arrow finisher. So if
I,
you roll five, you have to re-roll in a tag match.
yeah,
I did like that rule where you just can't use it in a tag match if you'd have to re-roll it. I don't even know if they do that anymore. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. Like if you have the ability to do a move, why wouldn't you just do it just because it's in a tag match?
yeah. I've ignored those rules.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're still in the current rule book. I have to look at that sometime. Yeah, that was Crossfire. Sad to see him go so soon under such tragic circumstances.
But it would be interesting to ask some people, or if you put it in the comments,
Hmm.
you didn't know he was going to die.
Right. Like I unfortunately knew he was going to die before I ever played with the card.
Same as me.
So kind of like, you don't really want to put too much into him, knowing that he is going to be a short-term character.
That's one thing. I think that uh, for newer guys, they know he's going to die, so they just might not even give him a push.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Because
kind of think if I were to go back and play, like I always talk about rebooting because I skipped so much stuff. I would try and build like the whole tag division around these guys just to make it more tragic when he does ultimately die.
that would be a good idea.
Like all these guys were so good, like they were beloved by, everyone loved them. And then that gives Archon like an immediate super babyface push.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, if you know it and you do a reboot for it,
Hmm.
like oh, I'm getting text messages from Kevin Butcher and Thomas Keane about the game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I I sent a message that was for you and Jeff to Kevin, and now he's confused. Sorry,
Uh-oh.
Kevin.
It's all right, Kevin. He's distracted on many levels.
Yep.
Don't hold it against him. So how would you power creep old Crossfire?
You see those C's?
Hmm.
Turn them to B's at least.
Yeah, that's the obvious one, and I will uh add like a choice F to the punch to spine two on level number one on level three, just to give him a chance to hit a level three move.
Because he was like a minus two agility, zero power, or something like that.
Plus three power.
Plus three power. Okay, so
Yeah.
he's weak as hell.
Hmm. So yeah, not much to say about Crossfire. Didn't have a long run.
Yeah. I didn't even dig out the card
Yeah, I'm sure there's not much on it.
because Archon's only on year three for me. So,
Oh yeah, we're gonna get caught up to where you are pretty soon. Then you're
yep,
gonna be in the dark days like me.
yep.
Then we'll be forced to reboot.
And we'll have to rely on Jeff.
Well, where he's in this year right now that we're
Yeah,
talking about now. We might have to end the show.
but Jeff flies through his card super quick because he only has four matches on a card.
That is true. He does a lot of cards per year though.
Yeah.
All right, should we move on over to Archon of Centaurus?
Let's swing over to Archon.
Here he is. Classic 90s comic book character feel to this guy.
Yep.
Ponytail.
That's a mullet. He's got the mullet ponytail.
If you're gonna have a mullet, why put it in a ponytail? But he's got a pretty he other than his level 2 offense, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, he's got one down.
hmm And then a choice on the number
Yeah.
5 spot. But it's choice D too, so it's not one of the higher ones even. But really awesome defense, a high pin. He's got a negative power and agility, so he's got a -1 agility and -2 power, so he's gonna turn it around a lot on those. His charts are ropes B, turnbuckle A, ring B, death jump A. So he's pretty good there. He only has one down on his card, but he does not have the option to leave.
No.
So if you get him to roll that down, he's down. Three finishers.
That's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Chaos level finishers here.
Yeah. See, and he's see, I have him in a group. Um, it's Archon, uh, Torin Kalem Jr. I like the Torin Kalem character so much,
There you go.
and Colossus,
Okay.
and they're managed by Johnny Rocket. Johnny Rocket's a good guy in my Fed,
Okay.
and they're all kind of like singles guys,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all going after different titles. And Archon right now, he's been battling for the TV title
Okay.
because I don't think he's heavyweight championship.
He has the ability to upset a lot of people.
Yeah, he does, but he's not a guy who you're like, oh yeah, that guy's going to win a heavyweight championship.
Mm-hmm.
If he had two downs, maybe.
Yeah, because he has the number level 2 move at the top of level 3 as well,
Yeah.
and then choice right below that, a choice E. He does not have an out of the ring option.
No, because that's the one thing I like about him is because he's kind of a grappler. Like you look at his
hmm
finishers, they're all submissions.
Yeah, that is
He's
cool. I didn't really notice that until just now. That every once in a while they'll throw that in there when they don't throw them out of the ring. Sucks in battle royals.
like he doesn't really go in them.
No, he should just use the sword. Yeah, he's got submission moves pretty much down his whole card.
Yeah, he'd be like him and Mr. Galaxy could battle it off for the best submission wrestlers in the game.
hmm He's got a lot. He's got a lot going for him. The minus agility and power, pretty big. He's got three reversals on level 2.
Yep.
Two of them take you to level 2 offense too.
Yeah. He's a 2-2-1.
And he's got two of each on level 1, which is pretty good. It's a tough guy to beat. Like he's hard to get down, but if you get him to roll like a freak pin, like the 7-4, he's gonna get knocked down a lot. But um, yeah, tough to beat this guy. And he's got a level 3 offense that if you throw him out of the ring and he reverses it, you're in serious trouble. So
Well, that's the thing when I would tag up him and Crossfire, I didn't care that Crossfire had a +2 finisher. This guy had a 50% chance to put me
right,
into a finisher.
right, you're at least throwing a token on him.
So
That's why I
you,
think add one moves are more dangerous on level 3 than finishers because it can
you
be
can get the
quickly
double
become an
pin.
add 2. Yeah,
Well, because you can go down 3, add 1, roll pin.
it becomes an add
Again.
2 move basically. See, Archon does later get another card all the way in 2111. So Takes a while to get another card. And does he improve? He gets a slight downgrade.
Yeah, but he is older.
Hmm. He grows a nice beard though in his later card.
Well, that's good.
So power creep in this guy.
I had him coming in at 5'10", 210 pounds. I didn't know his height and weight.
He's 6'1", 252. A little thicker than you would think by this drawing,
Yeah,
but that's Bendis. Everyone had that superhero build,
yeah.
which is fine. This is one of the better Bendis pieces of art, I think. A nice dynamic pose.
Yeah, he's going for the action shot.
Hmm.
And with Crossfire, I honestly can't remember the name that they used as a tag team.
Uh, Centaurus Cluster.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I didn't use it.
the old the old C squared.
I think I called them the lethal weapons because they're both coming to the ring with lethal weapons.
Yeah. And a real backstage fight, you wanted these guys on your side. If shit's gonna go down, you want the guy with the sword and the the marksman with the bow and arrow to watch your back.
But I went first for Crossfire. So what would you do for your upgrade, your power creep?
I would get rid of that choice on the shoulder breaker 3 on number 5 on 2. Move that down to level 3. Just move that
Um,
choice right down to number 1 on 3.
just to be different, I'll drop his pin to a 2.
That would make him really tough.
Yeah,
That'd make him.
he can't hurt you, but once he gets you down, boy howdy.
Yeah, it's hard that level 3 is.
And with the 2 pin, he could last just a touch longer to wear you down, maybe get a fluke.
Yeah, the 7-4 right now. Like if you get a lucky roll, like you roll a 6 on the first roll of the match on level 1, he rolls that pin. There's a pretty good chance he's done. So it's always that 7-4 pin, unless the guy's meant to be a kind of a bum. But I guess it's to balance out his 1 down. It makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to balance. Excuse me. You got to balance them out, but
Hmm.
that's the whole idea of the power creep. Is
Yeah.
we're unbalancing the game.
I just got to keep making everybody stronger.
Yeah,
That's
it's the Cronus effect.
it is. But there's a place for that in the game, and when it's a separate entity like Cronus,
Yeah,
it works.
I have no issues with that.
No, it's actually kind of fun. I love those matches where like, whoa, this is over already.
Yeah,
But each guy has 4 tokens.
35 seconds in, everybody has 4 tokens, and you're like, what just happened?
I'll tell you what, that'd be fun to watch in real life.
Oh, as we said as we said we'd also head into our anti Mount Rushmore. We said we would discuss our 4 GWF wrestlers that we dislike the most.
Hmm.
Do you have your list?
I do. I do.
Do you want to start it?
I'll start. I'm going to start with Alpha Force. A lot of hype, no delivery. I always just kind of thought he was just, meh. Star Warrior's cooler. He doesn't need a stupid rock. So Star Warrior, I'm sorry, Alpha Force for sure. Godsend, he's a newer character. He was kind of the big bad for the past like 10 years. Just like, too powerful, I think. Too cosmic. Couldn't really get into him. And I'm a comic book guy, but it was almost too much, of that kind of sci-fi feel to me.
Yeah.
Too powerful, able to manipulate reality and things like that. I have I had them written down, but I had left the papers somewhere else. My last one is the best, and I want to get to that in a minute. Um, couldn't really get behind. I can't even think of his name. This is riveting, riveting. Um, oh, gonna bug me. I was good at my fourth. Maybe the next one will come back to me. I gotta get Wolf on there. I'm probably one of the most well-known Wolf haters out there.
See, with Wolf's one of these guys. I don't hate him. He was one of these guys where he was like it's the Shawn Michaels effect. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's so good at, everybody loves him.
Hmm.
He's the anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's just, he's Stone Cold Steve Austin type deal.
Hmm.
And for a while there, I hated him, but right now the way I'm writing him, I'm like, I'm kind of starting to like him again.
Okay. And the fact that he's still in the game this many years later,
Oh yeah,
kind
I'm writing him out. Don't worry, he's on
of
he's on his way out.
makes sense. Makes sense. Um. Oh, it was Monad, the
Oh
forearm guy. Like it was just I don't know. I liked them. I'm such a fan of Matter and Antimatter. I think it just I like that tag team so much that when they combined, it's like you turned a cool tag team into like an okay kind of interesting guy.
yeah, no, that I like Monad still, but yeah, losing Matter and Antimatter, who was probably easily one of the coolest tag teams we've ever had in the game.
Hmm.
Their their card dynamic was completely interesting.
Yeah, it was cool, and they won a lot because of it.
They did.
An honorable mention, I'm going to go Greg Valentine. I like Greg Valentine
I
as
forgot
a
he's a GWF legend. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right, like other ones like they did what they did with Bundy, making him Avalanche and stuff like that. That was cool, but he's just like, hey, I'm Greg the Hammer Valentine, you know. So yeah, I'll put him as an honorable mention. I like Greg because I met him a few times and we're pretty cool and so but just stuck out like a sore thumb. As somebody as old school of a wrestler as Greg Valentine is slash was, it
Yeah.
just it didn't fit for me.
I almost brought him to your hotel room that one night.
That'd have been great. He was fun to talk to. I had a nice time with
He's
Greg
great to
that
talk to.
in Cleveland. Yeah, he was a good time. I always did a heel move too, where remember at the Galacticons where people would try and bid on the poster to rip up of Greg
Yeah.
Valentine.
And you'd
I'd
always
bid
bid
the
on it.
I'd always bid on it because I wanted to get one and then not rip it up.
I think Pete Fusco started doing that too. He started tearing it up.
Well, everyone tore it up,
Yeah.
but I would intentionally trying to bid it up because if I'd win it, I'd refuse to tear it up just to be a jerk.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So
the
here,
hammer.
here's my top four.
Okay.
Number one, Fury.
Okay.
He was so boring.
He was boring. He should have been kind of a badass
Yeah.
after being like basically enslaved and starved and all that stuff.
He had no offense. He had a +3 finisher, no offense. Like it couldn't hurt you. Then it took forever to hurt him.
Hmm.
He was just like I think even Tom said he wrote him out early. He was,
He did have a pretty obnoxious card.
yeah, it wasn't. Usually when you're like, oh my god. Okay, second guy is a tag team.
Okay.
I got two tag teams on my four.
Okay.
Masters of Illusion.
All right.
I was big fans of the Norse gods.
Hmm.
They were a great underachieving tag team.
Yep.
Lightning, I thought was fantastic. Like he had three A's and a B for his stats. That
Hmm.
was that was like Wolf and like Star Warrior level.
Yep.
And I think what made me even like Lightning even more is I had my Battle Bowl one year, and it was Lightning and Mayhem got teamed up, so I called them Electric Mayhem, right from the Muppets.
Along with Animal.
I think they only made it to the second round, but come on, that's a great tag team. But with that, I made them keep the friendship
That's cool.
because Lightning became the guy that could center mayhem.
Hmm.
He was
They're
somebody.
both kind of crazy, so
Yeah. But when Tom just ruined the tag team with Masters of Illusion,
yeah, I could see that.
yeah, yeah, they just were not fun. The next is Gemini. I liked Vladhammer,
Hmm.
but when he transferred over to Gemini,
Yeah.
I was like, eh. No, I was disappointed at Vladhammer because I was like, ooh, amateur wrestler. Oh no, he's Brad Reagans.
He had a couple other gimmicks, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he became just a hammer.
Oh, okay. And it was Molotov too, was his final card, where he like turned into the Hulk basically. I'm looking at his artwork here.
And then my final one would be Keepers of the Stone.
Mm.
They I couldn't get behind them. I couldn't figure out what cool ways to write them.
Yeah, I mean, coming in with chaos, you expect something cooler, I think.
Yeah, but it just didn't. I couldn't get them to line up and work for me.
Did they ever get second cards? They only
No, they just had the one.
okay.
And then my honorable mention would be Reptillo.
Poor Reptillo.
I just I know it because you come in, you have Wolf, you have Badger, you have Ram, and they're all up here. And then like Reptillo's like, hey guys.
Right?
It's like the little brother that, tags along.
Yeah,
Your mom's
but
like,
then
don't forget Reptillo. Oh, come on, mom. Really? Do we have to?
they made a story out of it though that kind of
Oh, they did, but it doesn't mean I gotta like that.
no, no. His
Serpent
Dark
Island's
Star
a
creature
little
wasn't
bit.
much cooler.
Doomsday creature.
Doomsday creature was what I meant. Yeah.
But yeah, I just could not get behind that guy, Reptillo.
Cool. So yeah, that makes sense. Everybody else leave your list below and everybody who says puts Mike Fortune Hitman for hire on their list gets a thumbs up.
That's good. That's what Jeff said he was going to do. It was all going to be.
How many different cards did you have? At least three, right?
I had three. I had my original one,
And you had the
which I
CPC
did
one.
my CPC one, which I designed both of them.
I like the CPC one better.
Yeah, the CPC one, and then Rob Bobian designed the one for what's that? We were just
Cronus.
talking about
Cronus.
Cronus. And so Rob, he passed it by me, Swarm. He passed it by me, going, "Hey, how's this? And can I tweak it?" And then we worked out some stuff. And
Hmm. She just dropped that one into the GWF in 2107.
yeah, well, I'm
See what
winning the heavyweight championship.
see what happens. And bring in Legends Greg Valentine as his partner.
I still remember when I had my original card come out. Tom wanted a debut match, to have my official debut match.
Hmm.
And at the time, Matador was the heavyweight champion, according to the newsletter.
Hmm.
So I got a non-title matchup versus Matador, and I beat him.
So you get a weaker card as a result.
And Tom was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to weaken that card." So that was kind of funny. It was a complete upset because
Yeah.
Rob Bobian was the one who was controlling Matador.
Did he make some questionable choices?
No, no, he played it fair. It was just a bad roll.
Yeah.
I hit like a down. He rolled a pin, and then I hit a finisher, and then he needed like a 6 to kick out because it 2, 3, 4, 5 because I had a +2 finisher and he kicked out, and I hit it again. Then he needed a 7 and just failed.
Nice.
But another thing too, we hit our goal.
We did. We did 164 in 2024. We're gonna figure out we're only halfway through the year. We gotta aim higher.
Yep.
Maybe we can get to 200 by the end of the year.
No, that's not.
175. Can we get another 11 by the end of 2024?
That's not too bad, man. 175.
Yep, for
Maybe if we
2025.
maybe if we can talk Grant into get us some of that solo promoter rub. He's got over 1,000 subscribers.
Well, he's way more talented than us.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little, and way more likable too.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with Grant. Oh,
No.
that's one thing too. I got something for Father's Day. Hold
Ooh.
on. Oh, I didn't have to go anywhere because I put it beside me.
Oh, there you go.
Got the Droidka.
That's cool.
What's cool is it actually turns into a ball as well.
Very nice.
It's like 583 pieces, but it'll be cool.
Hmm.
And then, as you guys know, my daughter got me because I'm a big fan of potato chips. So she got me a bunch of weird ass flavors
Nice.
and things like, and they're all from in Canada we have the Lay's potato chips,
Hmm.
but they make Asian brands
Okay.
for the Asian market down here.
Hmm.
So I have things like barbecue duck tongue,
That'll be fun.
hot pot.
What's that?
You don't know what hot pot is? It's an
Mm-mm.
Asian dish. Oh, okay. Uh, Spicy spicy pork rib.
I'll be down to eat all that.
Yep. Spicy calamari.
Okay.
It's all these weird flavors, and I'm like, okay, these are some pretty solid choices here.
Some of them could be gross.
Yep, I'm gonna try them all though.
Oh yeah, I'd eat them. No, I'm not saying I wouldn't eat them. I don't waste food.
Look at us. Does it really look like we wait?
I don't waste food.
Have you seen the GWF guys? Have you seen anybody at that convention?
I'm one of the biggest ones.
If you're not a Molesky, you know, we're all rather chunky. Actually, no, Barry Walsh dropped a ton of weight.
Good for Barry.
I was watching because we have a weight loss group, and Barry for the 1 month did 1 million steps.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
He's doing
Yeah,
like 50,000 steps a day.
that's 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 several hundred miles probably.
Yeah, so he was, just in front of his TV,
Hmm.
working on the treadmill.
Oh, he did it on a treadmill. Ugh, that's dedication.
Yeah, so it'd just be walking.
Yeah, yeah. Good for him.
But
Fun times.
we can close this up here.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. If you have not yet done so, please click that subscribe button below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. While you're here, scroll on down to the description where you'll find all of our friends who make Filsinger Games related content, including the official Filsinger Games podcast Roll Up, the Legends team's Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice from Lee Longpree, the Filsinger Games fan cast or solo promoter from Grant Pachoco. Here on YouTube, you also find solo promoter from Grant, Dave Little's Heartland Championship Wrestling, Brad Plays 81, After Further Review, Bucky749. I'm on Twitch 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, playing my bootleg fed Next Dimension Wrestling. You can find all the links to that below as well. While you're here, don't forget to leave your Mount Rushmore of least favorite GWF characters as well, so we can all start a discussion on that. And yeah, we'll see you. Hopefully, we see some of you, or we've seen some of you at Galacticon. It'd be nice to catch up with everybody. We'll have to do a post Galacticon wrap up here too. All right, everyone, take it easy. Have a great week.
Good night.
Later.